Hello, in this CSS crash course video, we're going to be looking at background images. So what is a background image? Well, simply put, you can set you can set a background to be an image instead of a color. We've been using color at the moment, but you would actually set it in CSS instead of using an image tag. You might be wondering, why would you use this over an image tag? And if you try and honestly Google this, I literally just Googled it just to see what people are saying. You will always get different answers for something like this. And well, the simple thing is, I always use image tags for the most part. Some people prefer to use background images. Some people say if your content's more in the foreground, use image tags. If it's in the background, use background image CSS. But the reality is, use whatever suits the situation. I would say my recommendation would be use an image tag unless it's easier to use a background image. Couple of examples where it might be easier. One, if you're dynamically changing it in something like JavaScript, it can be easier to change CSS properties, because manipulating CSS properties in JavaScript and something like jQuery is a lot easier than changing stuff for image tags. The other thing is, if for example you're putting a background image for a div tag, maybe that div tag has other elements in it, it's doing just other things in general, it has more content, then that's a good example where you might want a background image. But if you literally just have an image, there's nothing hovering over it, there's nothing else, it's just an image, then I would just say use an image tag. But again, do what you think is appropriate for the situation, but I'm going to show you now how to implement it. So what you want to do is we're going to create a div tag. So if I create a div tag, I'm actually just going to leave this empty for now. And in the CSS, I'm going to do div background dash image colon URL. And now in some brackets, you simply put the URL for our image. What I'm going to do is go to the Sonar Learning website, which is my education website. I'm just going to right click this, copy image address, paste that into here. It could be an image that you stored locally in a folder or in the same directory, that's not a problem either. I'm going to set a height value as 500 pixels, set a width value as 500 pixels. This will actually look squashed, I would say, but let's see what happens. For background dash repeat, I'm going to set no repeat. We don't want to repeat it, so let's save that. Refresh, and there you go. We have our background image. This is something to bear in mind. We've set the width and the height, and this just sets the width and the height of the element, not of the background image itself. So yeah, that is it. What I would recommend as an extra task, have a look if you can explicitly set the background image width and height. See what other properties you can manipulate for the background and for the background image. That'd be a great way for you to learn. And also try and store a image locally in some sort of IMG or image folder and link that up instead of linking it from a website. You can download our image by right clicking, saving as onto the. See, that's another thing. With background image, if you right click, you can't just do save image as, whereas this is an image tag, and if I right click this, you can do save image as. But you can access it if you go to inspect. If you go to the background property, like right click, open link in new tab, you can still access it, but it's just a longer way of doing it. Some people may see that as more secure in some potential way, but at the end of the day, you can still access it. And if you don't want somebody to do something with that content and somebody wants to, somebody could create a script just to run through a set of elements. So it's not really much of a security thing, but I've seen some people say it is. So that's something that you may hear. So that's it for this CSS crash course video on background images. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on my education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk. There will be a link attached to this video which will provide all the source code from this series. If you liked the video, please let us know. If you didn't, let us know as well. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.